Hi students, welcome to first year commerce class. We are going through the lesson MSMEs, micro, small and medium enterprises. In our previous classes we have learnt about its registration, benefits of registration. Then in the recent class we have learnt about significance of MSMEs. We have learnt that MSMEs help us in strengthening our economy. They generate employment opportunities. They increase our exports. They help us in earning the foreign exchange revenues. So like that we have got so many benefits by extending the MSME sector. But in India, MSMEs are not flourishing as we have expected. Okay, though we have got so many objectives and we expect a lot from the MSME sector, but unfortunately still MSME sector in India is struggling. It is not giving the results, benefits what we have expected. Okay, there are certain reasons, there are certain problems about what the MSME sector is facing. You know, MSME sector was given much privilege by the state and central governments by supporting them in technological manner and automatic approval with minimum bureaucratic setup, like we have abolished all licensing system, etc., etc. But still some problems are there for MSME sector. So in this class we are going to discuss about problems faced by Indian MSME sector. Problems faced by Indian MSME sector. So MSME means, you know, okay, micro, small and medium enterprises sector is facing some problems. The first one is lack of credit from banks. Lack of credit from banks. What do you mean by credit? Loan. Okay, means whenever you require capital, actually you have to remember that whenever you enter into business field, for smooth and effective functioning of your business organization, money must be available without any trouble, because all the other factors of production like land, recruitment of labor, purchase of raw material, purchase of technology and various other formalities which we have to fulfill in the course of maintenance of a business organization depends upon the availability of money. Many times I have told this while introducing a giant stock company or business. Capital, sufficient capital enables you to perform any activity on time. So where do we get this capital? In the lesson source of business finance, already we have learnt about various sources. Like we can issue shares, we can issue debentures, we can obtain loan from financial institutions, we can obtain loan from commercial banks, we can accept public deposits. Like that there are so many sources. International public depository schemes are there. Okay, you can go for mutual funds, bonds. Lot of sources are there from which you collect the capital and you perform your business activities. But unfortunately, MSMEs are not that popular like joint stock companies, public limited companies, because these are established with a small amount of capital. In general, as a proprietary concern, that means single owner concern or partnership, or maybe by a giant Hindu family. So most of the MSMEs are covered under this small scale non-corporate business organizations. So these people do not have, MSMEs does not have the reputation in the market. Like they cannot give a paper advertisement for securing capital. People may not believe these people, these companies, these firms. So generally they depend upon banks. Okay. So now the problem in Indian banking sector is, even the banks in India does not have sufficient money to provide capital to the business sector. Actually, how come the banks get the money? They get money from the people. When people deposit money, then banks will have sufficient funds to provide as loans. Okay, simply bank is a agency, mediator. From one hand it collects deposits from the people, the other hand it provides loans. In second year we will be learning thoroughly about banking sector. Bank is simply a mediator. It will collect, accept deposits from the people who has got excess money and provide that as loans to the required people. But as you observe that in Indian economy, most of the people are lower middle class, economically backward. So these people do not have sufficient savings. So they can't go and deposit money into bank. So generally banks also are struggling for funds. Unless people deposit money into bank, they cannot provide loans, because banks cannot print money on their own. Banks will get money only from the people. When people deposit money, then bank will have funds. Out of those deposits only, it has to give loans to the required business sector, farmers, etc., etc. But you know that Indian society is not so rich. People are just struggling to survive. They may not have surplus funds, enough savings. So generally, banks do not have that many funds through which they can provide loans to MSMEs. So when you approach any bank for loan, banks will provide only small amount of capital, or they may delay in sanctioning the loan. So naturally, you got stuck up with money. So MSMEs majorly are struggling with capital. So when capital is not available on time, naturally it will affect the other things in a adverse manner. So that is the first problem. MSMEs, whatever the loans they require, banks are not able to provide. The second problem for MSMEs in India is competition from MNCs. Multinational companies, in short form, we can say MNCs. Okay, multinational companies. What is a multinational company? Multinational. Multi means more than one. National means countries. A company which has got business operations in more than one country is called as a multinational company. Okay, already in types of companies we have discussed this. Government company, national company, multinational company, foreign company, Indian company. Types of companies already we have discussed. So multinational, the name itself is indicating. Multi means more than one. National means countries. So a company which has got so many branches all over the world, which is operating all over the world, is called as multinational company. All the present day companies like LG, Samsung, Wipro, Infosys, Mahindra, okay, all these companies are multinational only. Means they will have head office in one country, central office in one country, but their business operations and branches are spread to different other countries also. So as you know that multinational companies are very powerful, they are giant in size, okay, by virtue of their capital, by virtue of their technology, they are very big. So their capacity of production, their distribution methods, advertising, etc., are so strong. So these small MSMEs are not able to face competition from MNCs because MNCs product quality, their method of distribution, their offers, their discounts, whatever it may be, cannot be afforded by these small MSMEs. Generally, MSMEs use the domestic and local technology, whereas multinational companies use advanced, international level technology. So naturally, there will be some difference between the product of MNC and the MSME. So quite naturally, people will prefer MNCs. So that is the reason MNCs are penetrating into the market like anything. So they are very strong, they are very powerful. So unfortunately, MSMEs are not able to fight with MNCs. Okay. So the entire market is captured by multinational companies in selling their product. MSMEs, because they are very small, they do not have sufficient money, so they cannot go for paper advertisement, TV advertisement, they cannot have more sales force. So naturally they struggle to sell their product in the market and they do not enjoy that reputation what a MNC enjoys. Next, poor infrastructure. What is infrastructure? Facilities of say road, factory building, office building, computers, technology, communication system, water facility, electricity, all these will come under the category of infrastructure. So quite naturally, if you want to have a better infrastructure, you require more money, more support from the government. But unfortunately, MSMEs are not having such high level infrastructure what the other big companies have. Next, non-availability of raw material. This is the major problem for various industries in India. As you know that in order to manufacture goods, we require raw material. For example, if I have to manufacture this marker, means I require this plastic. So here the plastic or the rubber material is the raw material. Marker is the finished goods. So the material which is required to make this marker is not available in the Indian market to the full extent. So sometimes we are forced to import from foreign countries. For that you have to spend money. So many legal formalities are to be completed to buy material from foreign countries. So when material is not available, we are not able to produce goods on time. So that's how we are missing the market opportunities. And other inputs also. Other inputs like technology, electricity, skilled labor, those are also not available for MSMEs. Next, lack of advanced technology. That's what I told. Advanced technology means new machinery. What is the advantage of advanced technology? You can produce goods in quick time with less money. I can tell you one example. If advanced technology is the smartphone, normal technology is the ordinary phone what we used to use earlier. Just which we can use 1, 2, 3 only for calling purpose. Nokia a decade back phone, small phones, mobile phones, what is the normal technology. Advanced technology is the smartphone. So now you can understand better what is the advantage of a smartphone when compared to a ordinary phone. So similarly, in manufacturing concerns also, in business sector also, if advanced technology is available, you will have lot of benefits. You can complete your work with less resources. On the other hand, because of your problem, because of your struggles, if you use ordinary technology, then you have to struggle. So unfortunately in India, MSMEs are not able to use advanced technology due to various reasons. Next, lack of distribution of marketing channels. This is very, very important one. The success of any firm depends, the success of any business organization depends how best you distribute your goods in the market. not at free of cost. Distribution means selling. So how fast and how effectively you transfer your commodity from your production point to the consumption point decides your success. If goods manufactured by you are retained or lying down in your godown, it is of no use. Immediately after the production of goods, they have to reach the customer's place. Then only customer will buy it, customer will pay the price, out of which you will get your profits. So after goods manufacturing, you have to take necessary measures to transfer the commodities to different places of the world market. But unfortunately, MSMEs do not have such marketing force, so they are not able to propagate, they are not able to supply goods to different areas of the market. So they are struggling to sell. In a simple language, we can say that MSMEs are struggling to sell their product. Okay. Next, lack of training and skill development program. See, as I tell many times, market is always changing. The expectations of people are changing. Environment is changing. So naturally, we have to adopt new techniques, new methods. We have to improve our skills. Whatever we have learnt a decade back, if we say that that's enough means you can't survive. Okay, you need to learn according to the present requirement. So MSMEs also, they have to update themselves. Their management techniques, their marketing techniques, their production methods, they have to change. So the entrepreneurs who have established the MSMEs must improve and develop their skills. So who has to take care of that? Government has to take care of improving the skill and development of entrepreneurs under MSME sector. So though government is conducting such workshops in a formal manner, but it is not effective. So the entrepreneurs are struggling to improve their skills. So naturally, they are struggling to run the MSME in a successful manner. So these are the problems faced by MSMEs in India.